Hello everyone. So today I will be sharing you with a deck that I actually completed a 12 win grand challenge with a 12-1 record, as you can see here. This is the deck is Golem 3M, and with the Mighty Miner new card. So I always wanted to just try out, like as I said in my previous video, that 3M Mighty Miner is really good. So I just put in Golem in there just for the heck of it, and I actually got a 12-1 run, which is pretty good for a troll deck. So let me show you my game. So this is the game that won me my 12 win, and he's actually not even that bad. He's actually top 100, and I beat him with it. So let's see here. So basically, the thing that you want to do along with a bunch of 3M decks is to just keep cycling your pumps as much as possible. And it's like the deck is almost like a Golem deck, sort of. But like it's just crazy how you can get like a grand challenge 12 win with such a deck. So I just cycle my Healsphere and Log and my Bandit just to kill the bomber. And at this point, I know that he's running Golem. So I don't want to pump, or he's just going to destroy him with Golem. So I'm just going to go with the 3M in the back. And he actually Golems here. And this is where the Mighty Miner comes clutch. Because the Mighty Miner is so good in this deck. Because the deck is can take towers down. And when the opponent is like one tower down and the other tower is still alive, you can do this really cool trick with the Mighty Miner that I'll show you in one of these replays. I'm pretty sure I did it somewhere. So like the Mighty Miner shreds the Golem because it's literally like an Inferno Dragon. So this is a really good matchup for me, and all I need to do is just lightning block him. Like when he tries to lightning my Three Musketeers here. So, and like this guy isn't even that bad. Like I checked his profile, and he's top 100. Like he's like a 21 player. He completed a lot of grand challenges. So man, it just really shows you the power of this deck. And like I feel like that the Mighty Miner is actually like on the weaker side. Like I thought it was just kind of like mid, like it was just balanced. But I feel like that it needs a little buff. Like maybe the ability needs to be like 1 elixir, because like I feel like that the Queen's ability is 1 elixir, and for that 1 elixir you can basically take down an entire like tank. So I don't know why the Mighty Miner's ability is 2 elixir just to swap lanes and just drop a bomb that really it's not really that helpful, as you can see in these replays. Like I use the Mighty Miner's ability like usually on offense for the swapping lane ability, and like I only mainly use it when I take down a tower, which is pretty common. I mean, and this replay is only a 1-0 game, but I'll show you one of the replays in a second, like where I did this really cool trick. So anyways, he takes a lot of damage from the Golem 3M. So I just go, he just takes a lot of damage from the 2 Musketeers, sorry. And so I just go with the Golem, mirror his Golem's play, and then I go with the Mighty Miner E-Barbs onto his Golem, and it shreds the Golem. I go with the 3 Musketeers here. So like even if he lightnings, he can't kill all of them. I try to lightning predict with the Bandit because the Bandit has more health. Lightning only goes for the lowest health troops. Oh, and also, did you guys see that the lightning actually got updated? You can see where, like, when, like, just a split second before the lightning is played. So I feel like that's actually kind of a nerf for lightning. But I mean, not really actually. It's just more like a effect, because like you can't really react to it. But it's just a pretty cool feature. And basically over here, I just go in with the 3 Musketeers in the exact same position, and I'm pretty sure I lightning block him right now because he cycled his Tombstone, and I was like, oh wow, this guy might be trying to lightning me. So I go in with the E-Barbs, and oh wait, no, that was actually the next push, my bad. So he goes on the Bomber NATO trying to kill my entire 3 Musketeers push, but he's not successful. So I just Golem in front of all this, so 3 Musketeers would like tank for everything. And now we basically just have to spam. But the thing is that the Tombstone's still really broken. Honestly, like, even though I play Tombstone, it was a pretty well-deserved nerf. Like, it was kind of on the strong side. But I just press pressure here, but the Tombstone just destroys everything. I go with the Mighty Miner, probably an overextend. I probably shouldn't have went for the Mighty Miner. And we basically just reset with a Golem here. And anyways, what I was trying to say is that if you guys want to like, if you guys want like a deck with the Mighty Miner, like this deck is actually surprisingly good with it, or any other 3M deck. And as you can see there, I actually lightning blocked him with the E-Barbs, so the Two Musketeers stays alive, which is huge. I log the Tombstone Golem, and then I just set it with another 3M. And here, like, I was actually a little worried because he just went Golem at the bridge, but the Mighty Miner takes care of business because, like, the thing's just like an Inferno Dragon. The Mighty Miner just completely kills the entire Golem and he gets nowhere. So that's actually really good. But anyways, what I was saying was that the Mighty Miner is like very good with Bridgespam archetypes. I feel like that the best deck of it is either like P.E.K.K.A. I mean, P.E.K.K.A.'s not even that good with it, in my opinion. I feel like that Three Musketeers are probably the best because the Mighty Miner's ability is broken when you get to a 1-1 tower situation, since like you can just place it on the other side of the map and it will drop and you can place the ability and it'll go right on the tower. I'll show you in a second. Pretty sure I did it on one of these guys. Anyways, I did lose against the Golem Giant Prince one, but I did choke a little bit, and I'm pretty sure here I did the Mighty Miner ability, as I said. You'll be able to see it. And also, if you guys are wondering why I'm using Log instead of Bar Barrel, because a lot of Three Musketeers decks are using Bar Barrel, and like the Golems decks usually use Bar Barrel. Well, it's because that right now I feel like that Log is just way better than Bar Barrel, because with all my ground troops, I really don't need a Barbarian. I already have like the E-Barbs, the Mighty Miner, the Bandit, etc. And I feel like that the Log just like it's really useful when you're trying to kill stuff on their map while the Bar Barrel can't. I just cycle a Bandit here and I just go with a pump. And he actually surprisingly doesn't rocket it, which is actually very surprising. And I thought that he was actually going to rocket it, so I actually tried to play my E-Barbs right on time when he was gonna rocket it, so he had no elixir. But unfortunately, I was one elixir off, so it didn't really work out. But it's fine because now we have a full health pump with like sacrificing little or no tower damage. And you really want to play this deck. I mean, probably none of you guys are gonna play this like troll deck, but you probably want to play this deck like a Golem deck, more of instead of Three Musketeers deck, like. The Golem Three Musketeers push is good for like double elixir in certain matchups, but sometimes you just want to spam the bridge. And for example, here I actually opted to go with the Three Musketeers because then I know that he has a Inferno Tower, so I had to pressure him in both lanes. If I just spam in one lane, the Inferno Tower would just take care of everything. So as you can see, the Two Musketeers and the Bandit on the other side take care of the Inferno Tower, and I go in with the Mighty Miner, and actually does a really good job of killing that knight. So now you can see how broken it is. When there is a tower down, you just mine to the other side. I mean, that's not really a good example. I should probably show you a better example, but like if there's a tower down, let's say like where the Mighty Miner was, you just drop it like on their side of the map, and then you use their ability, and the Mighty Miner will dig all the way to the other side. So he tries to pressure me here, but I just go with the Mighty Miner, and this is why I love the Log. I mean, the Log was a little late, but kills everything basically. And now he basically gave up, and we have 4 E-Barbs on the map now, and that's basically GG's. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that the Mighty Miner is best used with decks that like take a tower down very, very fast. And as you can see, look, all these like almost all of these games are just 3 crowns. Like it's not even that close. That's the problem. Like I went like 11-0, and I choked the Golem Giant game. We won't talk about that, but I went 11-0 with this deck. Like this just shows you the potential of the Mighty Miner, like in like certain decks. Like for example, the deck I shared earlier in the Mighty Miner challenge, it's pretty good with the Three Musketeers. But if you add Golem instead of the Ice Golem, the deck just goes on to another level, because like the Golem gives more tower taking potential, which is very good for this deck, because then the Mighty Miner becomes broken. So here I just log back the E-Barbs, because like I don't want the E-Barbs getting healed up and like completely taking my king tower, and I'm actually fine. I'm completely fine with tower trading because tower trading only grants me an advantage because with the mighty miner, if you tower trade, you can do some ridiculous outplays. I'm pretty sure this is the part where I outplay him. So look, I actually go with the heal spirit and I kill the ghost and I go to dig the other side. Look at that. The mighty miner just locks onto his tower. If he didn't have his log, that had been gotten a lot of damage. And yeah, and I've seen people use like there was like before the mighty miner came out, a lot of people were using the mighty miner with the graveyard. But here's some reasons why I don't think that the mighty miners go to the graveyard. Even though like a lot of people were using it and they're saying quotation marks it was the best deck with a mighty miner, because the mighty miner thrives when you're like tower trading, like you have like a tower down and they have a tower down, like you both take a tower, because then it gets pretty broken. But with Splash Yard, you mainly just want to play defensive, and the only way that the mighty miner will actually like accomplish stuff in the Splash Yard is if you go on the mighty miner at the bridge and you basically bait them into thinking that you're going to go mighty miner at the bridge and then graveyard and then just dig to the other side and graveyard. But that's very situational. Like, I don't really see how the mighty miner would be that good in those situations. So here he goes in with a pretty unfortunate queen. Like, I have to admit, I didn't admit that. I didn't predict that. So here, look at that. When there's a tower down, you can play the mighty miner on the other side of the map and just use his ability to go to the other side of the tower, and it just kills Magic Archer and lock onto this tower. Like, that's what I mean of the potential of the mighty miner when there is a tower down. Anyways, back to the point. With Splash Yard, you're mainly trying to play defensively and trying to, like, it's mainly a one tower game because of the Ice Wiz and like the very defensive combinations. So with the mighty miner in Splash Yard, it just wouldn't work because I feel like that because the mighty miner can only be placed on your side of the map. It wasn't like, it's not as useful. Anyways, in that previous game, you saw that I, like, when there was a tower down, I placed it like on the side, like where the tower is down, and I just dig to the other side, and he also tried to kill my mighty miner with the E-Barbs. So he just wasted 6 elixir. That was cleaned up. So that's what's really good with his deck. And also there was another deck that I'm pretty sure Morton released a video on. Like, I'm not trying to critique Morton or anything because like he's a better player than I am, but like he was using the mighty miner with the Royal Giant, and here's why I don't think that is good either, because the Royal Giant is also mainly one tower games if you've ever seen. And like I feel like that, like with these like one tower like decks, it's just not possible to do with the mighty miner, because if you're doing that, you're mainly using him on defense, and his defensive capabilities isn't as good. You might as well just trade it for an Inferno Dragon or like an Archer Queen or something like that. And like even if they get to a 1-on-1 situation, you can play the mighty miner like right there, like that, but like the Royal Giant wouldn't really synergize well because it hits from a far away distance. And as you can see, I took down his tower, and the mighty miner was right like on his tower, and I just mined to the other side while the tower was had the Golem tanking for the mighty miner, and the mighty miner just almost took down his entire tower. And as you can see earlier, I am completely fine with a tower trade, because if I tower trade, then that just gives me an advantage. So when I went for the Golem, because he went for the Archer Queen, and he just went for the picks, I just ignored the picks because I'm not worrying about that. And this was actually a not good Archer Queen by him, because I can just Golem and just tank all that damage. So I think that was completely fine. And looking back, I mean, I probably should have heal spirited that, but hey, it's fine. So we go in with the Bandit and the Golem, and I'm pretty sure I execute the same trick again. So I think I go in with like the... Oh, yeah. So I go in with the E-Barbs, and then I mine my way to the other side of the tower, and look at that. It's already gaining so much damage from, plus the value that I already got killing the queen and the skeletons and like helping out with the push. So here, I just go in with a split 3 musketeers so he can't pressure me. So that's completely fine. He earthquakes that, so that was actually a pretty bad bandit on my end. I probably should have just Golem the bridge to take it on his tower, but it's fine. And like, as you can see from these like replays and clips, like once you have a tower down with the mighty miner, like you can just plant him on the opponent's side of the map, and it's basically like guaranteed free damage. And like that's why I really like about like a Bridgespam mighty miner deck opposed to like a splash yard mighty miner deck. And like, I don't know though, because the mighty miner, the problem with the mighty miner is that it's only good with specific archetypes, and like with like only being viable in one deck opposed to the queen being viable with a bunch, it's just really hard. And as you can see there, I went for the same mighty miner play again, and I already got so much damage, and I just finished it off with the 3 musketeers hit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was like an unorthodox video, because I was completing a grand challenge last night, and I thought it would be pretty hilarious to do it with a Golem 3 musketeers deck, but it actually worked. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.